All right, so this is a website. It's about art or design history. And the first thing that I need you to do is to figure out how you would find out about different design styles. Is there any other place that you could find information about design style? Oh, nope. Any place else? And then what if you wanted to know more about the organization that put this together? Where would you go? Any place else? Okay. Any place else? Okay. Okay, so now you are into the style section, and what I want you to do is to see if you can find the Art Nouveau 2. Okay, so now you're in the style section, and then you picked Art Nouveau 2, and now I need you to find a specific designer within Art Nouveau 2, and that's Frances McDonald. Okay, so you've gone from style to Art Nouveau Art Nouveau 2 to Frances McDonald, and then now we're on that page for Frances McDonald. So we're just going to kind of walk around the page and see what information is there. So if you wanted to read about Frances McDonald, what would you think that information would be? And then what do you think the photos would be of?
Well, I think you would click on the photos and they would expand bigger and they would be on the topic or the style that you're reading about.
Right. And then what do you think adapters would be?
This would probably be professors that would adopt this theory or like this particular style.
And then citations, what would your expectation be?
This is where I think they would get their information in regards to the particular style where they grab their sources from.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about having those be tight little scrolling up and down? Do you like that it would be tight and scrolling like that, or would you rather it scroll all the way down the page?
No, I think tight and scrolling is fine. That way you can just scroll down to see all the various places where they got their information or who is adopting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that works.
Okay. And then what would you expect to see in the more readings? What kind of information do you expect would be there?
Well, I would expect to see if there was more information on the style that I am researching, to see if there's more articles, more links to that particular style.
And then how would you go backwards? Like, let's say, okay, now I've looked up everything about Frances McDonald. I want to go and explore more. What would you do?
I would probably hit the logo, and then that would take me to the home screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go back to style and then select a new style.
Okay. Do you think that you would ever go back to style, and would you like it to take you backwards a few steps instead of all the way back? Do you see how that could take you back to style instead of going back to the home page?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, because if you clicked on style, then it would show all the different styles, and then you can click on the style, then the person if needed.
Because then it could take you actually back to Art Nouveau 2 instead of all the way back to style.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what I've added here is I forgot download and copy, so that the professors could actually really easily download the information, really easy copy it, so that they could put it in their curriculum without any kind of issues or reformatting. So you're in subject now, and I want you to find Black or African American. Okay, so now we've gone from subject to African American designers or Black designers, and now you're going to pick Emory Douglas. Okay, so this is the timeline area, and this is going to take a little more discussion. The timeline is meant to have a filter on it, so that you could then select the different areas that you want to go to and how you want to get there. The first filters that I have so far are style and then subject. So you could decide if you want to search the timeline by different kinds of design styles, or you could search it by different subjects, which we've already talked about. That's not the greatest name for different countries and cultures and such. And then after that, you're going to have the people names, and should they be chronological, should they be alphabetical, should they be by birth. So I just want you to think about, as a user, you want to use this timeline because you want to kind of compare between different people's subject matters and where they would be, and what would your expectations be of how this would work.
Well, I think the way I'd want it to work is I would first select the style, and then I would probably want to go in chronological order to begin with. So it's in some sort of order based on time period. And then if I didn't find what I was looking for, then I would search by alpha. And then that way, but alpha being a last name of the person or artist. So I would do it that way and then have it in ascending or descending order. Mm-hmm. So I think I would start with chronological first and then alpha second.
So maybe we need to add another major filter category of just alphabetical. So it's style, subject, alphabetical, instead of making that a subset of the two.
Yeah.
And then you had said earlier that you thought you'd never really search anybody by birth.
No, I don't think I'd search anybody by birth.